Hello guys and welcome back to 10-minute critique, and if you've watched the previous one you'll definitely not realise I've just simultaneously done a retake after that one. But anyway, today we're doing Jordon Skinner's 10-minute critique. You can send yours down in the description down below. Now Jordon, I know, he's a wonderful guy. So yeah, and we're going to be critiquing his photos. Now one of the things that I like about Jordon is that he uses some obscure, not in a bad way, but oh, hello. He uses an obscure way of sort of creating an interesting shot by using water to reflect different objects, and you'll see a few of those in today's critique. But yeah, so we've got 10 of his photos to be critiqued in his 10-minute critique series. So yeah, anyway, let's get started. So first off, we're going to start on the mid-hants here with this 5. Yes, 5. So yeah, now I quite like this shot because it's coming from left to right. Again, it's one of those sort of generic ones you normally see, but hey ho. I don't know whether black and white would have worked with this. Maybe not. I just thinking about the colours and the way they're contrasting together. So yeah, I like the way you got the distance signal in there. That's a thing that normally people crop out or have half in or something like that, so that's nice to see. So yeah, for me, I think the sky seems to be a bit more, seems to be a tad overdone. It looks, maybe. I can't tell. But personally, I like it. I like it in general. I do. I think maybe just a bit more processing on this image could have made it a bit more like oomph in a way. So yeah, other than that, like it. I like it a lot, Jordon. Well done with that. So yeah, yeah, using D3300, so that's what we're using to shoot today's video with, and what I use to shoot at the moment. ISO 400, 55, 1, yeah. So yeah, now we're down the Great Dorset Steam Fair, I think. Yeah, we are. Yeah. So with this, we've got. You could do something interesting with this. If you get a tripod, set it down, you could do a long exposure, and actually it'd be quite nice. You'd see all the lights going up and down. You get if these little what are they called, those spotlight things, whatever. Yeah, if they move about, you get some nice trails with that. So really, I think you could do. There's many different ways you can compose this. Personally, what's this? Is that a person there? That's a person there. To me, it seems to be. I'm not a big fan of the angle. I like the colours, but I think the angle just ruins it. You've got this bit here that's open, like free of space, but then you've got this here that's sort of cut off. You've got a man there. I think it just needs to be composed a bit more better. Just turning it. I mean, you're partially on centre. On centre, I'd say there, like that little bit there. That's the centre of the building. So yeah, as I say, doing a long exposure, something like that would be quite nice. ISO 400, yep, 1/80th of a second. That creates a bit of motion blur. So yeah, what were you shooting at? 18. This is 18 to 55. You could have gone at 3.5, f3.5, I think, for that. So to get a bit more light in, then you could have increased your shutter speed. So yeah, only minor, but yeah. But other than that, Jordon, I do like the colours on this. I just think it just needs to be a bit more worked on, this image, composition, maybe just trying different things. I think for this. So yeah, again, this person in the way. That's just the way I am with things. So yeah, I've told Jordon this before. I do love this this shot, as I've commented down below. I like this because it's a bit different. Now, if you know these sort of shots, if you've seen shots like this before, or shoot this sort of thing with the train coming along here, down on the Swansea Railway, you will notice that they're probably from the main road or something like that. Whereas this, Jordon is in the field and he is focusing mainly on mud, which is different. It's different. But the great thing I like is that it's a nice, clear day. Thank you, Mike. And you can see Corfe Castle. It's all like Manston's lit. and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Although one problem I do have is that you're focusing on this instead of the loco, which personally I would have focused on. So yeah, or you could be a bit more interesting. You could do it like this. You could focus on here. You could focus on the distance there, and then when the train comes, focus it on it there, and then in Lightroom bring those two together, and therefore you can get everything sort of in focus in a way. So you can do it like that if you wanted to. I know you can do that with long exposures as well. You can focus on something in the center, at the foreground, in the background, and then bring that together, and therefore everything's in focus. You could do something like that with this. So yeah, I do like it though. I like the way the light's on the loco just here, and it works. It works. It's, as I say, it's a very interesting shot, and it's a very different approach to a classic view we all see. Quoting myself there. So yeah. So yeah. What we got here? Yep. I would. I wouldn't know about F10. F10 though. I would have stayed at its maximum aperture at 37.8 millimeters. So yeah, this is Eddystone. Then we've got the M7 coming across just into Harmons now. Again, this is a classic shot that we all see people doing. So yeah, I quite like it. I do. Although to me, just looking at the M7 just over there, it may just be me, just a bit. It looks a bit too contrasty. I don't know why. I'm just guessing. I'm just looking at that over there. Don't. I don't think it is, but I'm just basing it on there. It looks a bit too contrasty. So yeah. What was this shot with? Oh, it's not not a D3300. It's a Fujifilm Fine. No idea what that is. ISO 100. Would have done 400 personally. Yeah. I like the way this is. As I say, it's a classic view that we all see. So yeah, I like the way Eddystone's in focus here, waiting for her to come back, or him to come back. So yeah, so miss this for Loco, really do. So yeah, sky, nice contrast against all this here. So yeah, really, as I say, it's a sort of generic shot you all see. So yeah, maybe, as I say, just a bit of processing, maybe black and white actually for that matter could have done it a bit nice. Maybe a bit of clarity as well in Lightroom could bring out a bit of the fine detail of Eddystone and make it pop out. As I say, just a bit of editing in the photos can help quite a lot. So yeah, here we go, down mid-hants again. This is a 5, yes. Yeah, it's a 5, Ben, yes, because tender. This is a 37, yeah. So yeah, it seems a bit hazy to me. Like there's a sort of, it's probably the filter you've put on here. 450. What are we at? 40 millimeter. Okay, that's fine. You are getting close to 55, so yeah, your aperture will change. To me, it's just, again, it's one of those sort of genetic. It's just boom, snapshot. I do like the silhouette though on that there. That's quite nice. The sky, quite nice. I think there just needs to be a bit more detail. To me, it looks a bit faded in a way, and there's not much detail. There's no shadows in the way. It just looks plain in a sort of way. It looks faded. So yeah, I think a bit of detail, again, a bit of editing and processing needs to be worked on there. Then we got Lord Downing. This is for the, yes, it was for the Bully Gala. Yeah, I think it's just after actually. But anyway, so here's Lord Downing coming on here. Now, the thing I like about this shot, again, nice color array. But one of the things I like is you've perfectly timed it so Corfe Castle doesn't get blown away by this smoke. But also I love the way the cows are looking in that direction as well, which is quite nice. Although you're not dead on centre, it works because you've got the light coming over here, reflecting on the side here, making that visible, which is quite nice. Also the cows here nicely visible as well. You've got the sort of faded sort of outline of Corfe Castle going in over there as well with the blue haze. So overall, I quite like it. Again, I'd be interested to see a black and white image on here. So yeah, just be a bit careful. There's a bit of blue coming onto the front of the loco just here on the white disc here, on the head code disc. And yeah, as I say, maybe just a bit of processing could do with this image again, just to make it a bit more sharper, just to bring out all the fine detail. So yeah, what we at? 55 200 again, D3300, 55. Again, I don't know why you're in f7.1. I personally would have gone at f4, and therefore you could have a bit of a longer shutter speed, maybe. So yeah, or you could have gone up to f22 if you wanted to, and then you could have had a less of a bokeh on the background here. Or, as I say, get that a bit more to get that to f4, and you could blur the whole background out a bit, and therefore it would look a bit more nicer, maybe. So yeah, other than that, I really do like this shot, as I've said down here. So yeah, so here's the thing I was talking about. It was the thing I was talking about with Jordon. He does a lot of stuff with reflections in water. So yeah, 9F, we've got reflection in water. So yeah, again, I think this would look quite nice in black and white. I think there's a bit of contrastness, bit of over contrast going on here. That to me just looks a bit too red, and also the Cunarder board on there, and to me it looks a bit over contrasted. So yeah, you've got to be careful because it looks like a bit of blue, a faint blue, sort of bluish grey starting to come out in the water. So yeah, black and white I think would look quite nice on this, because you've got all the crew in there. Maybe just cropping that in again, because you've got a bit of the digger in there. That over here, just with the tree, it's starting to get that look. That's over highlighted completely. I can tell, because you can't see all the little individual branches. But yeah, that's a bit over there, a bit overexposed over there. Definitely, I think black and white would have looked quite nice. I also would have gone close to Britannia, which I think this is Britannia here. I'm just reading it off the nameplate. I would have gone Britannia maybe and done sort of a close sort of shot where you've got the wheels and everything on here, and then you've got the 9F in the background. I think that would have looked quite nice. So yeah, this one I love. I've condoned Jordon on this. I think somewhere. I think I have. If not, sorry. I love this shot. It works wonderfully because of this sun colour, which creates a lovely atmospheric scene. But also, what the sun actually does, it creates the sort of silhouette of the train. You've got all the signals in the background there. This is again on the mid-hants. The light coming across the side of the train. This is a wonderful image, it is. As I say, a bit of processing again could make it a bit more better personally. I think maybe a bit of clarity here and there, not too much because you can overdo it, like me. Yeah, I think this is a wonderful image. Put it in the frame, wonderful. Although the end of this little signal here, the signal arm, personally, a bit annoying, just as these leaves up here are, but of course you can't help that. So yeah, wonderful image, Jordon. Well done with that. Brilliant. I forgot to check the settings on there, but it doesn't matter. We'll look at this. So there's the M7 and the U-boat going up to Cowpat Crossing. I've gone past Cowpat Crossing actually. So yeah, this was back in the what gala? I've forgotten. It's a gala. It was, I think. Back at D3300 here. Yep, yeah, that's fine. I think black and white would work quite well with this, but again, it's quite nice. It's quite nice. Maybe I would have gone a bit more tighter. Maybe. So yeah, there's a lot of steam coming out. So again, there's multiple angles. Of course, you don't know till the train comes what it's going to be looking like. But yeah, I think this is quite a nice image. Again, it's just like some of mine, generic in a way. I think again, just a bit of processing could bring out the steam. So yeah, the smoke's done quite nicely actually. It's not too overexposed, just getting slightly on the end there, a bit. But yeah, I think it's just a bit of processing. I think that's what it needs, just a bit of processing in general. So yeah. Other than that, like it, Jordan. Well done. Did I just see 4MT? No, I thought I did. Here we go. Is another one. This is a 7F, I think. 7F. Yeah. So yeah. Again, I quite like this. It's nice. It's nice. I think black and white again would look quite nice for this. Again, I like the sunset you're getting with this. It's very nice reflections on there. So yeah, you're coming quite nicely. I like the bit of the bokeh on the little bit of this mud or rocks, whatever you want to call it there. So yeah, I like it. Although I may have gone a bit more. I don't know. I don't know. It's different. Like if that wasn't there, I think it would look quite nice. So yeah, maybe doing a long exposure again on this would actually look quite nice because you get the I don't know, it looked quite nice personally. 1/80th of a second, ISO 100, 20 millimeters. Yeah, wouldn't have gone at f5 if you're doing it at 20 though, personally. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Black and white. I think again there just needs to be a bit more processing on this. So yeah, but overall, Jordan, really nice images. As I've said, what I think would have been quite nice to see is a bit more processing. There needs to be you've got nice shots. You just need to bring the detail out. The detail's there. Just need to bring it out. Maybe a bit of contrast. Maybe a bit of the darker shades. Experiment with black and white as well. I would. So yeah. It just I think that's all it needs, because you've got the right sense of composition there. You do. It's just integrating that with everything else you know. And if you can get a bit of editing in there, that will bring out the image a lot more, and therefore it will look a lot greater. So yeah, a few images personally are a bit meh, but again that can be either worked out by doing a bit of better composition or just a bit more better editing, if you do edit them. I don't know, you may not. I'm guessing you do, because I think one of them was just a tad over, like this on here, a bit over contrast. I could very much tell from that. Yeah, it should look like that. That looks too contrasted for me. But yeah, as I say, Jordan, that's nice set of pictures. But yeah, guys, go down in the description down below. Go and follow Jordan on Flickr. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for 10-minute critique. If you want to go and send yours, go and send them down in the description down below, where you could be featured in the next video. I've been Ben. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Obviously soon. Take care. And yes, bye-bye.